How's it going, everyone? Logan Anderson here from allstrongfitness.org. If you are somebody who's dealing with some pain on the inside of your elbow, this is commonly referred to as golfer's elbow. And we're today going to talk about some of these surprising reasons why you might actually have golfer's elbow, and of course, what you can do about it. But before we get to that part of the video, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We make videos on treating things like golfer's elbow and overall improving physical activity for individuals of all abilities. Thank you again for clicking on the video. Let's go ahead and jump right into the reasons why you might have golfer's elbow. So as we mentioned, golfer's elbow is typically from an overuse injury on the inside portion of our elbow, right? This is from when we golf, there's a lot of pressure put on that inner portion of the elbow. So essentially, these tendons and ligaments are kind of getting inflamed. And one of the ways we can actually treat and work around this is through some strengthening of the muscles around our wrists, fingers, and also a little bit of stretching. So what we are going to look at today is a few different exercises and stretches that we can do to help alleviate some of that pain and get you back up on your feet, whether you are actually going into golf or just doing normal daily activities through life. So let's go ahead and jump right into the exercises. Make sure to stay till the end of the video for my favorite stretch on reducing golfer's elbow. So for the first couple exercises, you're actually going to need something like a hammer or essentially something that's just top heavy. Hammer works really well. There are some therapy devices that allow you to do this as well. But we are going to do some supination and pronation. So this is simply the movement of opening and closing our palm. For this one, keep your elbow nice and pinned tightly to the side of your chest. And then you are going to go back and forth very carefully. And you'll feel this immediately in a lot of those muscles and tendons around that elbow. And I would start with kind of a lighter hammer or potentially even doing this without any weight. Do this for many repetitions as you can, and that's going to help to strengthen the muscles that help you to open and close your palm to help alleviate some of that. Once you've gotten into that one, we can now do some ulnar and radial deviation. So that's fancy term for bringing your palm up and down like this, kind of like a, I don't know, you're rocking back and forth. I really don't know how to say it. So you can start with it straight down like this. Again, my elbow's pinned to the side, and then I'm bringing it up, down and up. So this is radial deviation. This is going to strengthen the tendons, muscles, and ligaments on the top of my forearm. And then you can also flip that guy around and do the same thing going this way. So this is going to work ulnar deviation, which is going to help to strengthen the back part of our arm here and help to get some of those ligaments and tendons firing on this one. So second exercise to help reduce some of that pain and strengthen yourself for golfer's elbow. So the last strengthening exercise, you're simply going to need a resistance band, a really light resistance band. This is like one of those TheraBands. And then all you're going to do is make sure you start with the band in a nice stretch position. So when you're doing this, you want your arm fully extended at the side, right? We want it nice and straight. We don't want it bent. We want it straight, full range of motion. And then you're going to bring that resistance band all the way up and then slowly back down. We want it nice and full range of motion. We are controlling it. And this is going to, again, strengthen a lot of those tendons and ligaments through our arm, with our bicep tendons. So this is going to help, again, strengthen and alleviate some of that pain we might be receiving from that golfer's elbow. Okay, so now that we finished some of those strengthening exercises to help reduce the offset pain of golfer's elbow, we can do some stretches. And actually, a lot of these stretches are going to be the exact same thing as what we do for the strengthening exercise. The difference is we're just going to hold the positions, okay? So for the first stretch we are going to do our radial, and ulnar stretch. So you're just going to grab the top of your hand and gently pull down so you feel a nice stretch on the upper part of your hand. nice and easy. You're going to hold for a few counts on that side, and then ulnar is the exact opposite. You're just bringing your palm, your pinky towards you. So we're now stretching the back of our arm here. Again, it's good to do this after we do some of that strengthening to help stretch some of those muscles and tendons and ligaments. So we warmed them up with a little bit of exercise. Now we're cooling them down and stretching them. So that's radial and ulnar stretch. So the last and one of my favorite stretches to help reduce some of that inner elbow pain and just ultimately have my wrist feel in the best position in self is a palm up hold. So this is going to be grabbing the tips of our palms. You are going to gently pull back towards you, and you're going to feel a nice stretch on the top of your forearm in this position. Again, you're going to hold for a few counts. Once you do that, you can flip your hand over, go ahead and pull those fingers towards you again. It's going to be the exact same thing. You're just going to hold for a few counts to get that hand nice and moving. You can do some finger rolls after that, but ultimately that's going to help to get you back up on your feet, reduce some of that pain from the golfer's elbow, and this is something you can implement daily, and you should notice some good pain relief. If there is any pain with anything, of course, stop the movement, but do as best you can and do as much as you can. Thank you again so much for clicking on the video to find out the surprising reason why you might have had golfer's elbow. For the links to the products that I used, you can find it down below for my Amazon associate link in the description, of course. If you want a low impact exercise program, I have two down below, a strength and a balance program for you that you can follow to improve your strength and your balance. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel once again. And thank you again for watching. Go ahead and check out the next video that YouTube's going to recommend for you right now. I'm out of it, I'm out of it. To tell me